With 5 minutes left, it looks like Arsenal will get another 3-0 win against Slavia Prague. What's up, guys? M2K here, and I'm back with another Arsenal analysis. Currently watching the Arsenal game, so there's about 5 minutes left, and I think it's fair to say that Arsenal are on their way to another 3-0 win, another 3 points in the Champions League, another clean sheet, and I think it's fair to say that Arsenal right now are probably in the best form that I've ever seen them. It's incredible how well they're playing. Like, we're just dominating games week in, week out. And no disrespect to Slavia Prague, but I think it's fair to say that the quality of their team just isn't as competitive as other teams in the Premier League. But they've done pretty well. I mean, they had a good first 15, 20 minutes. They started off pretty well, but I think as the game sort of progressed and Arsenal got more into their rhythm, we just found it way too comfortable at times, just to sort of keep the ball, keep possession. We were more composed, we were more disciplined, more organized, more structured, and it looks like we are going into another win in the Champions League, which is remarkable considering we've not conceded a goal in our last 6 games. So fair play to Arsenal. I think we've come out strong, and I'll pull up some match stats here so then we can take a look. So there's a couple of minutes left, 2 minutes left at the end of this match. Arsenal are obviously winning 3-0. One goal from Bukayo Saka, which was a penalty, which we'll talk about in a second, and 2 goals for Mikel Merino, who, I mean, has proven since he's joined Arsenal that he's probably a better striker than he is a centre mid. So you got to give Mikel Arteta a huge shout out to him for recruiting him and playing in the striker position, considering we've got no Gabriel Jesus, no Kai Havertz, and obviously Victor Gyökeres out with an injury over the weekend. But I want to talk about Slavia Prague because I think they do have a couple of good players. Let's see if I can pull up the match show lineups here, which I'm not too sure if you guys can see because my face cam. But this guy's here, Moses. I mean, he's been given a 6.3 match rating. I think he's been pretty good. I think he had a relatively good game, as well as this guy here. So they have a, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this guy's name correctly, Umboji and Moses. I mean, I was watching them throughout the entire game, and they have this like sort of fire and energy inside of them that they're willing, they're hungry, they're passionate, and they were fighting for every single ball. So I think that they had a pretty good game. But apart from those two, I mean, Slavia Prague weren't fantastic. They started off pretty well, like I said, in the first couple of minutes, but then as the game sort of progressed, I think Arsenal found their rhythm a bit, and they dominated the ball. They won their challenges. They obviously got a penalty in the first half, which Saka converted. But, I mean, you look at the Arsenal lineup, and pretty much our entire front three are all on a 7.5 rating and above. We'll start with the back. I mean, David Raya didn't really have much to do. I mean, he made a couple of saves in the first half, but I think overall his just discipline, his awareness, his composure, his control at the back kind of like makes Arsenal's defense a lot more comfortable, more structured and organized. And maybe David Raya didn't need to start this game. I mean, I guess Mikel Arteta could have gone with Kepa, but I think he wanted to start David Raya just to sort of see out this game, get the points on the board so then we can automatically qualify for the group stages in the Champions League. I thought our back four were very, very good. Shout out to Hincapié. Hincapié. I know some people call him Hincapié. Shout out to Hincapié. I mean, for somebody who's been injured since joining Arsenal, he stepped in today. I think it was his first start actually in an Arsenal shirt, and he did very, very well. I mean, they've given him a 7.5 match rating. He came off in the 73rd minute for Miles Lewis-Skelly, who did see the rest of the game out, and the game is done. So Arsenal do finish today with a 3-0 win, another clean sheet, so that's fantastic. I thought Saliba Gabriel was solid as usual. I mean, it's expected every single week now that these guys just have a 7, 8, 9 out of 10 game every single week. I think they're the best partnership in Europe right now. And then Timber, again, one of my favorite Arsenal players, one of the best right backs. Again, you could argue in Europe. He had another fantastic game as well. A little bit disappointed with Nwaneri. I mean, he had an opportunity today. He started over Eze, who I don't think took his opportunity that well. I think Nwaneri had a little bit of a quiet game. He didn't really do too much. He got booked as well, which is unfortunate for him. But he's still young. He's still 18 years old, and he's still learning. He's learning off the likes of Saka and Odegaard and Havertz and Declan Rice. But I wish he just grabbed the opportunity a little bit more today, and he did a little bit more for me. I mean, I was expecting a bit more. Norgard, I thought was very clean, very tidy, just cleaned up the game pretty well. Like, what you get from Norgard is experience. I think at 31 years old, like, he's not an exciting player to bring into the Arsenal squad, but what he does give you is discipline and experience and just an all-round great footballer. So I think Norgard, no complaints about him. Declan Rice, I mean, the engine of the team really, isn't he? I mean, you can't get a bad game from Declan Rice. Very rare do you see him misplace a pass or miscontrol a ball or, you know, just make a mistake during the game. I thought he was fantastic today. He got an assist again, so it's another assist to his name, which is good to see. And then Saka converted his penalty. I mean, apart from that, I mean, I think he had the most completed dribbles in the Arsenal shirt today, which is good to see. But he scored his penalty, which was important. It kind of sets a standard for Arsenal when the first goal does go in, especially away from home in Czech Republic against, you know, the league champions of the Czech Republic. So it's good to see Saka scoring. They've given him an 8.5. Leandro Trossard, I thought, was good today. Very comfortable in the ball, very disciplined, very organized, very, you know, balanced. He's good at helping his fullbacks out, and he's obviously good at getting forward as well. And he got rewarded with an assist, which is also good to see. But Mikel Merino, oh my gosh. This guy is a central midfielder for Arsenal. It's crazy. It really is. It's crazy. I mean, he's got 2 goals today. 2 very good goals. I mean, one of them was in the within the first, I want to say 30 seconds, 45 seconds of the second half. Will it tell me down here? I think it was like the first 30 seconds of the second half, but he took that well. So shout out to Marino, and he got his second goal with a nice header with the goalkeeper coming out at him. Very brave to get his head onto that, which is good for him. It'll be good for his confidence, good for his morale. But yeah, I mean, I can't complain about the way Arsenal played today. Like I said, it's another 3 points. It's another clean sheet. And if we take a look at the Champions League table, we are currently sitting first, which is great to see. We have 4 games, 4 wins, 0 draws, 0 losses, and a plus 11 goal difference. I think we're the only team right now. No, Inter Milan. So Inter Milan have, I think, scored 9, conceded 0. We have conceded 0, scored 11. So I think as far as like goal difference, we're up there with Paris Saint-Germain, Bayern Munich, Inter Milan, and Real Madrid. But all greens, that's what you want to see. All greens is a beautiful thing. And up next, obviously, as you guys can see, we are playing Bayern Munich, who will be a very, very tough game. Thankfully, we're playing them at the Emirates. I mean, last time we played them, it wasn't a very successful time for Arsenal. I think they ended up like knocking us out of the Champions League group stages. But hopefully this time we end up getting our revenge on Bayern Munich. So that'll be fun. That'll be a fun game to watch for sure. Let's take a look at the other scores. So you got Napoli and Frankfurt. That game ended 0-0, which I guess Napoli are currently sitting in 19th. They've not really had a good run of form, so they've lost 2, 1-1, and drawn 1. And then obviously up later on this afternoon, you have the big one, which will be, where is it? Liverpool, Real Madrid. And also today, you've got PSG and Bayern Munich. So 2 huge games, as well as Olympiacos versus PSV Eindhoven, Juventus and Sporting, and then Bodo Glimt, Monaco as well, and Atletico with Union Saint Gillois. So some big games on today. And Tottenham as well. We don't want to talk about Tottenham. Tottenham playing Copenhagen, which should be a pretty interesting game. I mean, Tottenham are playing at home, so I have a couple of Tottenham friends who we'll be watching that game. We'll be getting excited. But currently, right now, I mean, you look at the league table, and we are pretty much sitting very comfortably at the top of the table. And then let's see if we can take a look at our next fixtures. So we have the lineup. So the knockout stages, which we've not gone through head to head. So let's go to the Arsenal matches and take a look and see who we have next. Okay, so our next fixtures, as you guys can see here. So we just played Slavia Prague. We have Sunderland away from home this weekend. We have the North London derby, which will be huge. We're at the Emirates the following week. And then we face Bayern Munich at home. And then we're away at Stamford Bridge to Chelsea. So a pretty tough run of fixtures coming up. I mean, I think Sunderland are sitting fourth in the Premier League right now. Yeah, they're fourth in the Premier League, so they've had a good run of form. Former Arsenal player Granit Xhaka plays for them, which that'll be fun to see. That'll be a good matchup to watch. Sunderland are beatable, but you never know. Away from home, it could be a very difficult game for Arsenal, especially with the injuries that we have right now. I mean, with Gyökeres not playing today because he's injured. As well as obviously Odegaard being injured. Martinelli didn't play today because he was injured. So hopefully we can start getting some of our main players back, and we can start putting these players back into our lineup, so then we can get these wins and just keep this good run of form going. Tottenham, I'm expecting to beat Tottenham, if I'm being honest with you. I mean, they've had a pretty okay season so far. They're currently sixth in the Premier League. They've drawn one, lost one, lost. We should be able to beat Tottenham. I'm pretty confident that we will beat Tottenham, but it's a North London derby. Anything can happen. And I think our toughest game out of all these fixtures will be Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich have been phenomenal so far. Harry Kane has been scoring goals for them for fun. And he's always been one of our bogey players to play against. He always scores against Arsenal. So hopefully we can shut him out. Hopefully we can shut down Bayern Munich's attack with Elise and Harry Kane and Luis Diaz as well, who's a fantastic player. But I'm excited for that game. And then Chelsea, we should beat Chelsea. I'm expected to beat Chelsea. I really am. I just want to talk about one more thing actually while I am here, and we're going to go back to the where am I looking for? I want to see the matchups because I want to talk about Max Daumann. Let's go back to the Slavia Prague. Okay, so we'll go back to... Where is he? Okay, so Max Daumann. At 15 years of age, Max Daumann came on and was the youngest player to ever play in a Champions League match. At 15 years old. He played 18 minutes, completed 4 out of 6 passes, 1 out of 3 dribbles, 16 touches in total. But this kid, Arsenal have a gem on their hands. And if Mikel Arteta is able to take care of him the way he took care of Miles Lewis-Skelly, the way he's taking care of Ethan Nwaneri, and obviously Bukayo Saka, this kid will be the future of Arsenal. He is fantastic. He is so exciting to watch. And I'm not just saying this because I'm an Arsenal fan, but he is very, very, very good. And at 15 years old, it's crazy to me. It's crazy. I mean, at 15 years old, I was still in school, sitting my GCSEs. It's wild to me that this kid is playing for the Arsenal first team in a Champions League game with professionals like Bukayo Saka, Martin Odegaard, William Saliba. It's unreal. It's mind-blowing. So shout out to Max Daumann for his, uprising performances that he's been that has been happening on his end. Okay, guys, I mean, that's Arsenal analysis for you guys today. So like I said, we do have Sunderland up this weekend. Today's game was fun. I mean, pretty comfortable win. I'm glad Arsenal did get a 3-0 win. I'm glad we kept another clean sheet. We're looking good in the Champions League. We're looking great in the Premier League. I just think we need to keep this momentum going. We need to keep pushing, keep fighting. Hopefully we get our injured players back as well. And we just keep this momentum. No pressure at all. If you guys do enjoy these sort of videos, feel free to drop a like. Feel free to subscribe. No pressure at all. Subscribe if you want to, guys. I mean, it helps me out a lot, but Only if you guys enjoy the videos. Otherwise, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.